Hi, how are
Hello,
you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. How about you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Can you see and hear me all right?
Yes, I can see, I can hear very well.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, this is our first chat, so it is so nice to meet you. Um, Normally, I like to start these just by introducing, hearing about you and introducing myself. And then, if we have some time, we can maybe look at a lesson or just keep talking. Um, Normally, that takes most of the 15 minutes. So, that being said, how do you pronounce your name?
Oh, my name is Gizelle. It's unique name.
Jeziel. Jeziel.
Yes, correct. Good pronunciation.
Wonderful, wonderful. And where are you from?
Well, I'm from Brazil. I live in the state of São Paulo.
Okay, okay, cool. And is that where you were born and raised, or like
Yes,
have you
I
lived there your whole life?
yes, I was born in another city, but I live in my whole life in São Paulo.
Okay, okay, cool. How fun. And then there are you like in school? Do you work?
I work. I'm a jeweler. Uh, I make a necklace,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
for women and for kids.
Oh, that's so fun. That's such like a unique job.
Yeah.
I've not talked to anybody who is a jeweler yet on Cambly.
Oh,
How cool. And then how long have you been doing that? How long have you been like in the jewelry industry?
it's a long time. I start when I was 13 years. I start working with jeweler. It's a long
Okay.
time.
So you've just been doing it ever since. How cool.
Yes.
And my last question is, let's see, I got your name, know where you're from, I know what you do. How long have you been learning English?
Oh, good question. I have been learning English for about 10 months. 10 months.
Okay, okay. Wow, and then you're already you speak very well
Oh,
to
thanks for
have just
saying.
been learning. Yes, yes, and you're able to understand me, yes?
Yes, my listening is more good. It's good. The better of my pronunciation. I listening every single day podcast. Different accents. I understand it
Yeah.
well, but my pronunciation sometimes it's difficult for me express my feelings and
Yeah.
my thoughts.
That's okay. That is the challenging part of learning a second language, especially as an adult, right?
Yeah,
Because well, it's can be so frustrating because everything you want to say in your native language and you have
yeah,
this vocabulary, whereas if you're just learning English, you might be speaking on the level of like a 5-year-old and
yeah.
it's really
Exactly,
to talk
exactly.
about, like certain like specific topics. So no, I understand. I understand.
Yeah,
Well, that's cool. And Cambly is an awesome resource for this because especially if you're listening to like you were saying like podcasts or music or you're watching TV and you're listening to English, you get a lot of exposure to what it sounds like and understanding it. But Cambly is a good place to use what you know and talk, right? um
yes,
so
it is.
cool.
It is, Cambly, it's great opportunity for me talking because all the time I speak my mother tongue with my family, with my wife. I married.
Yes.
Uh, it's crazy when I start speaking English like that.
Mhm.
It's sometimes I lose my vocabulary, my sentence. But I
Yeah.
believe it's hard for everybody who decide to learn a new language.
Yes, it is for everyone, and it's which I don't think people talk about this enough, but like I was saying, it can be really frustrating if you're like as an adult because you have to go back and basically relearn the stuff that you maybe learned as a little kid in your own language. And so no, I understand that. I understand that. Cool. Well, I feel like I had another question, but I can't remember what it is now. Oh, do you speak any other languages aside from Portuguese and English?
Oh, a little bit Spanish, but I don't very well. I understand so much Spanish, but I don't speak very well. So
It's
Spanish.
okay. It's
How
okay.
about you? Do you speak another language?
I do. I speak Spanish, which is why I asked.
Oh, cool.
Because so here, I'll give you all the information I just asked for, but about me. So my name is Tori, and I'm from the United States. I'm from the southeast region of the U.S., from Tennessee.
Oh,
So if you know like country music or whiskey, those things
oh,
come from Tennessee. Um, I stayed in Tennessee all the way up until I graduated college. I graduated university in April of last year, and my degree is in Spanish and education. So I studied Spanish for a long time. It's not my native language. English is my native language. And I didn't start learning Spanish until I was 18. And so this is why I say people don't talk about enough how difficult it is to learn a second language as an adult. For me, I it was so frustrating to like be somewhere and be able to maybe understand what people were saying, but not know how to talk at all. And so this is relevant because I moved to Spain in September of
oh,
last year. So I live
great.
in Madrid now. And whenever I first moved here, um, people, even though I had been studying Spanish for so long, at this point when I moved, I'd been studying Spanish for 4 years. I could barely understand people when I got to Spain, because of how fast they talk and they have a different accent, and for me, like, it was really hard for me to, um, converse confidently, right? And even now, like, I'm still not perfect at it, but it's definitely gotten better because I've been, forced to like use what I know, right? I have to go to the doctor. When I go to the doctor, I have to speak in Spanish. And when I have to pay my phone bill, I have to call and pay it in Spanish. And that has been really, really good practice for me, just learning a second language. So that's part of why I think Cambly is such an awesome platform because, conversation is helping me learning a second language, and it helps other people too, I know. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I can speak English and Spanish, and not fluently Spanish,
Oh,
but
I see.
I'm bilingual.
Oh, I see. Very nice. Wonderful. How long have you been in Spanish for?
How long have I, like, been here in Spain like, been living here?
Yeah.
Um, a little over what is the month? A little over 6 months.
Oh, I see. It's nice.
So,
People there speak English too, or not?
um, it depends. So, I live right in the center of the city, and there are a lot of tourists here. So, like,
Oh,
tourists will come through and they speak English. There are a lot of tourist shops for, like, foreigners coming in. And most of the time, the people who work in those places, they can speak a little bit of English just because they interact with so many tourists. Um, Whenever you leave the city center, No, everybody speaks Spanish, and so, like, anytime you go to, like, a restaurant or I don't know, like, I my doctor is excuse me. My doctor
Oh,
is
don't worry.
Spanish, and like, if you go into stores, people ask in Spanish, so, um, yes and no. Some people can, most of the time they don't. People just assume that you can also speak Spanish.
Oh, I
Um,
see.
but I know, like, I've met a bunch of like, people from Portugal, Portuguese people here, and so I wanted to ask you about this because I don't ever really have the opportunity to talk to many people who speak Portuguese, but,
Yeah,
for example, the Spanish that exists in Latin America is so different than the Spanish that exists here in Spain, right? So I learned
yeah,
one type of Spanish, and then when I moved to Spain, this it was completely different.
yeah.
For you as like a Brazilian speaking Portuguese, can you tell when people are from Portugal and not from Brazil?
Oh,
Like, are their accents different or like the words that they use different?
yes. From Brazil, people speak different from people Portuguese, and they have a false cognate. You know, words, different words. It's the grammar is the same, but uh, different words.
Yeah, so you might use like a different term for something.
Yeah,
I mean, I
exactly.
guess it's this even in English, like, people from England use different words for the same thing.
Yes,
Their
exactly.
accents are
It's
different,
yes,
but
different slangs, different slangs. You know.
yes, yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
Portuguese have a specific vocabulary, and the Portuguese it's a little bit different.
Mhm.
But
But you can
if
understand them, right? Like, you can understand
yeah,
this.
yes. But if you speak, for example, Spanish, it's probably it's easy for you learn Portuguese as well because the
Yeah,
grammar, the words have a lot of words, similar words. How can I say?
I can
Uh,
read Portuguese, but cognates. There are a lot of, cognates.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
um, which I think is super. I would love to learn Portuguese, honestly. And with all of the romance languages, they're all based in Latin, right? So even just knowing Spanish, I'm sure it's well, you were saying you can understand some Spanish, right? So Spanish, Italian, Portuguese,
Yes,
French,
yes,
they all like I can read all of those languages because I
yes.
know one
It's
of them. But speaking them
exactly.
is a little bit different. I can understand some. Italian is probably the one where I've heard people speak Italian and I can, like, pick up parts of what they're saying. Um, I've met some, I guess, Portuguese people here, but I've not heard many people speak Portuguese. Maybe I have heard people speak Portuguese and I just didn't recognize that it was Portuguese and thought maybe when they were walking by that it was just Spanish, you know?
Yes.
I don't know, I don't know.
How about the weather? It's sunny today. It's cold or hot
It's
in
sunny
Spanish.
today, it is kind of chilly outside. I think it's, like, 12 degrees maybe? Let me
Oh, I
look.
see.
So it's sunny, it's pretty, and it's 11 degrees right now outside.
Oh, I
So
see.
kinda cold. Is it warm
Yeah.
there in Brazil?
Yes. In Brazil, every day is so hot. Inside my house, I need to turn on AC because it's
Yeah.
so hot every single day in Brazil.
Oh, man. Well, I'm kind of jealous right now. I could use the
Yeah,
warmth that's cold here.
it's good because it's good for you go to the gym, make exercise outdoor. It's so great. Oh,
Yeah.
my time is over now.
I know, I was
Uh,
about to say our time is almost up, but,
Thank you
um
so much for helping me today. It's a very nice to meet you.
you as well, you as well. Have a good rest of your day, okay?
You too. Thank you so much. I schedule it you in another moment.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye bye. Take care.